Good evening, you guys. It's Go Beyond for Monday, the 18th of March. No, April, sorry. 18th. I was like, wait, it's not March. 18th of
Tax
April.
day.
Do what?
Tax day.
Oh, that's right, tax day. So if you didn't get your taxes done, we all got our taxes done. We're going to be using our body band. It is a roughly 2.5 foot long loop. So it makes a nice big circle. If you do not have one of these, this may not be the class you want to do tonight because everything we're doing is using this. I also highly recommend having 2 washcloths. If you do not have workout gloves, and who among us does, we're going to go ahead and use a couple of washcloths as a way to keep ourselves from tearing up our hands while we do some certain parts of our lifting. And you will need a chair because we're going to alternate sitting and standing and working with this. This is the only other piece of equipment we're going to use. We're going to use it as a bench. We're going to use it as a lever. We're going to use it as a station point. So, but first things first, we're going to warm up. And we're just going to start. We're going to work from the head down, warming up our joints so that we make sure everything is loose. And so let's just go ahead and do a head turn from one side to the other. And then roll it up top. And roll it back, and then add the shoulders while you're going one way and then the other with your chin. So you're kind of giving your neck a little bit of loosening there. And then let's go forward with that and stop with the neck motion. All right, let's roll with the hands, fingers splayed, and then reverse it. And then add the elbows. And you want to kind of invert the arms. And then let's go the other way. And then bring the elbows up like you're swimming really badly. All right, and then we're going to go the other way. Big open. Get those shoulders warmed up. All right, let's do some torso twisting. Hips stay front. Easy with those shoulders. You want to get that set of muscles awake. Let's go ahead and bring the elbows up to shoulder height. And when you do full arm extension, you get a little different motion. All right, add the hips this time. So you're going to turn in your knees just a little bit. Don't overdo it the knees. I'm letting the one knee straighten and the other knee bend as I'm turning through my hips as well. All right, little hula hip motion. Keep your feet on the floor and just move the hips. Remember, you're hitting that 4 points in reverse. Front side back, front side back. All right, side to side. This is where you're just letting your arms hang and you're dangling your hand, trying to touch the edge of your knee down here. Good. All right, let's widen our stance just a little bit. Go ahead and go back into, take your hips back, head and neck at neutral, sit into your hamstrings, and we're going to hold this position for 20 seconds. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Adjust down just a little bit if you need more stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it up. Widen your stance just a little bit and turn your feet out to that 45-degree angle. Just trust me, my feet are going 45 degrees here. I'm not going to stand much further back. We're going to sit back into our hips again. So we're widening the thighs here. So you're not going to sit back so much as you're going to go down in the middle because you've changed the way your legs are. So we're doing the inner thighs right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make any adjustments to go lower or breathe or whatever. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and come up. Walk it in, toes and heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels. This helps with your ankle warm up. Go ahead and do a little circle down here, a little circle, circle. I can hear my ankle popping. And then go the other way. And then let's do the other side. Row, row, row your boat. And the other way. And then lift the heels. So we're going to start warming up the glutes. And remember, you want to go gentle on those first couple if you haven't done any heel lifting all day long. You want to say hello to your glutes, not hell no to your glutes, okay? And then of course we change that to knees up, waking the back up, hip flexors. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm going to turn my fan on and we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with an overhead press, and you will need both of your washcloths. Okay, no, you actually need one of your washcloths, my bad. So we're going to start with a single overarm press. You're going to hook the loop of your band. So your band has a natural bend in it, okay? Find that, makes it easier. Then you're just going to dangle it down, put your left foot through there, make sure you have it hooked right underneath your toe, not underneath your arch ridge, but you don't want it on the front end of your toe. You want it towards the arch, but not in the arch, okay? This makes a difference because you're going to have to loop it into your arm. So get the washcloth there and your hand on the band, like so. All right. And then you're going to take that foot and step back just a little bit. So you're in that reverse lunge position. You're going to turn it and go here. Now, you're only going to push up as high as you can control. And if it's just this much, then that's how the resistance is working for you. We're going to do 10. And it's going to be slow up, slow down. 1, 2, keep your nice posture here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and just bring it back down here. Just roll your arm forward. Let the band come off your arm for just a minute, okay? And you can come down. You want to release the tension in that tendon. How did everybody do on that one? Were you able to modify like you needed to? Okay, then we're going to do it again. So go ahead and roll it back. And if you need to, you can bend down and get your elbow in place and then pull up. There are ways to compromise and modify. Again, only as high as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and just bend into it and let it unroll. Arm down. If you need to, go ahead and use your hand to kind of do that squeeze, pulse through there. If you find a little spot that says, hey, pay a little more attention to me, then pay a little more attention to it. All right. Now that you've got your hand grip, you're just going to switch it to the other hand, and then you're going to switch feet. Okay. Not in the arch, but right there at the base of the toe box. Don't take a second. You make sure you take that foot back, bend into it, and get your elbow. Elbow needs to be in front of the bands. Again, you've got shoulder issues. You only go as high as you want to. Some of you have your elbow cocked through here. If that works for you, fine. But here's the thing. When it's running like this, it's actually pulling into your arm a little differently than if you have both bands behind you. So get both bands behind your elbow and then make your wrist straighter, okay? It is a slight difference. Rather than pulling on both sides, it's pulling from one. Here we go. We'll do our 10. 10, 9, 8. What can you control? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to dip into it. Roll this guy forward and let it come down. Again, if you want to go ahead and do this now, you can. Sometimes one arm does better than another, and you need to just go ahead and show it some love. It's not going to hurt. All right, if you need to make any modifications, now's the time to do it. So you're going to dip down, roll the band behind your elbows, and come up. So then you're in good posture formation. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and bend, roll it out, and come off of that. All right. Again, just set your band down for a moment. Pay attention to your arm. Okay. Now what we're going to do is you won't need a washcloth for this. You just need your band. You're going to double loop it. So make 2 loops, find 2 flat edges, and you're simply going to put this at your wrists, like so. Oh my gosh, she's going to do that thing. Yes, yes, I am. So what we're going to do is we're going to go overhead and just do a simple push out. And what I mean by simple is it's next to no motion. This, just right here at chest level, this hard. You're not going to go very far, but we're going to start overhead because this is the overhead section of our workout. So I'm going to step back so you can see overhead. So I'm just above my head. I'm at my wrist. If you need to go a little lower, that's fine. Better lever when your wrist. Here we go. Nice posture. Make sure your hips are square, shoulders are square. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it down to chin level. Okay, hands are open. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let your arms completely relax right here into your chest. And we'll do 10 there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and fold your hands out to 90 degrees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then go ahead and take them all the way down. And let's do 10 here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to take that off and we're going to roll the shoulders. That was all of the heavy duty shoulder lifting that we're going to do with the bands. And then the other way. Keep your double loop. We're going to the chair. We're going to sit down and do some legs. So we're going to alternate big batches of arms with legs and the different things that we're going to do. So take your little double loop, bring it up your legs and go to thigh level. If you need to, you can put the washcloth there, but probably your best bet is just to get the band to lay as flat as you can right there. Now, this is not a 12-inch band. It's much, much bigger, which is why we can't stand up and do a whole lot with it because it just fall down. So what you're going to do is you're going to walk your feet. I have to get it as close to the top of my knees as I can. Walk your feet open and get it to just a little more resistance. Okay, so it's very taut here. Everybody sitting up nice and tall. You've got some boing right there. From this position, you're not going to move your feet. You're simply going to push out. So we're going to be working on the adductors. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let your knees come in. Rock on your seat bones there. It's either the abductors or adductors. One takes them out, one lets them come in. We're going to work both of them. Now, what you're going to do here is you let your knees come in, but hopefully you didn't let your feet come in, because what you're going to do is you're going to walk your heels out and then walk your toes out. So you just are now much wider than you were. And you might need to have your hands help you with this because you're going to open wide. You're going to start in the open position. And you're simply going to close and then open again. So it's going to be 1, 2. So the in pull, it's the pull in. So you're holding, and it's the pull in that is going to be doing the work now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And you can open your legs wider. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let your knees go in. Rock on your seat bones because you know we got one round of 10 left to go, right? Okay, knees open. 10, 9, open. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring your feet in. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Rock on those seat bones. Do a little bit of a hula hips. Make sure you didn't get your back all swirled up, and then make sure you go the other way. All right. Keeping the band on your legs, we're going to stand up and we're going into a wide squat. So take it down below your knees, and then go ahead and walk your legs out to the point where, so make sure the band is laying flat. Take your band, your legs wide enough so it doesn't fall off. I'm going to move my chair. Okay, so we're going to go into wide squat. Now, we already did hip hinge warm up. That's why I included it in the warm up, because you're going to have to push your legs open. This band is already big, so that means you have to go into a fairly wide stance to get the resistance. We're going to sit back into our hip hinge. And as you sit down, push those knees out. And then we're going to come back up and push those knees out. 1, 2. So yes, you can bend your knees on this one. Hips and knees. 3, 4. And you'll have some really weird stripes on your legs. 5, or at least I will. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How's everybody doing on this one? Thumbs up if you're doing okay. All right. I'm going to try to take my feet a little bit more. That's what works for me. If that doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. Let's do it a little faster. Hips in hip hinge position, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come up. Take a nice deep breath. Go down into your hip position. From here, we're going to do 10. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Walk those feet in. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Let the band drop. Step out. Okay. Now we're going to do something with the band on the floor. We're going to do a step out. So you need to lay the band on the floor in front of you, nice and even, like so. Can you see that? Nope, just out of range. Sorry. Lay the band on the floor. Open one loop. That's where you're going to put your left foot. And get that right there around your ankle. And then you're going to step on the band. So close the band up a little bit and step on it right there. Boom. So whatever resistance is, that's where you step on it. And then you're going to pick up this loop as your control. And if you want your washcloth for this part, go for it. But you're not doing anything. You're simply holding the band to keep the tension. Okay, left foot's doing all the work. You're going to step out and in. We're doing a lateral move. Ready? 1, 2, 3. If you need to adjust it, make sure you go ahead and do that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you need to adjust it so it's actually resting on your shoe, if you can do that, I've got it hooked over the front part of my tongue of my shoe, and then of course over that back piece so that it's not cutting into my ankle. We have 20 more to do. Make sure your posture stays up nice and tall, that you're not leaning into it, okay? So you're transporting yourself right across there sideways. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, counting down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. First things first, the handle. Let that go. Step off. Take your foot out. I'm going to adjust mine across, mainly for the camera. I'm going to open this up. Get my foot in the loop. Pull my pieces together. Step on it. Adjust it and step on it again. Grab my loop. And then take a test step. Let's get our band adjusted on our shoe before we start. Test step. All right. Here we go. We'll do our check-in after the first 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now I'm seeing people stepping different widths. It all has to do with where you put your foot on the band. Okay. So don't be sitting there thinking, oh, they're stepping bigger than me. I'm fairly close to the band of my shoes, so my resistance is going to be a lot tighter. So where you step makes a big difference on how far you can go, but it's all still a resistance. So never fear, we're doing 30, you're still going to die. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, just go ahead and loosen that, step off and step out. A lot of times when we're using our 12-inch band, we do that at the legs, but it doesn't have the same kind of thing as when you're just doing the one leg and you've got that tight resistance. So you're going to feel this a lot more tomorrow than you normally would if we were doing the 12-inch bands at the hips. Okay, we're going to sit down. Do all kinds of biceps. You will need 2 washcloths at this point. But first, find the handy dandy bendy spot on your band and bring it like this. And you're going to hook that again underneath the toe box, pretty close to your arch bridge. Okay, get your feet close together and pull up any slack. And then go ahead and make sure that the pull on your bands is even. You'll know if it's odd, because one side will feel like it's a lot harder than the other. Good. Okay. And then get your washcloths situated. So take some time to do that. We're not in a raging hurry. Dun, dun, dun. I think that's going to be our next thing to do is see about what kind of gloves can handle this. So I'm thinking probably a $12 pair of mechanics gloves from Walmart because they have those padded hands. I've got some. I'll try it out. Okay, so your feet, your heels are probably right even with your knees. You're sitting forward. But what I want you to do is let your hands come right here. Get some tension on your shoes. And then take your feet out to full extension. So they're going to go into gentle lock. You're going to sit up nice and tall, letting your belly button come forward. And you're simply going to draw towards yourself. Like this. And back. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep the elbows low. 4. And take your shoulder blades towards your spine. 5. Nice steady spine posture. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and let your arms go to full extension there. So what you're going to do now is where full extension is and where your heels would be underneath, you're going to take yourself halfway. So now you're at the halfway point. So the tension is not as great, which means you're going to make sure your belly button's pushed forward. You're sitting up nice and tall. And again, we're going to pull back towards ourselves, focusing on keeping our shoulders even, elbows back, shoulder blades back. Ready? 1, 2, taking everything towards the spine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Now, go ahead and bring your feet underneath you and get both of those bands to get in that arch bridge, okay? Make sure you still got your even pull. Roll your shoulders a little bit, kind of hunch forward and do a little shoulder thing. You do the sharks and the jets here. Dun, 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 dun. And if you need to adjust your bands, your washcloths on your bands, go ahead and do that. Because now that you're not at an angle, your hands are in a different spot. So from here, you now have your heels underneath your knees. You're actually going to take your heels a little further underneath your thighs. Okay. So your arms are right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stick your thumbs out right here. We're going to draw up into our armpits. Like so. All right. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2. This is the picking up the grocery bags one. 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep that neck nice and long. 7, and those shoulders down. 8, you're not hunching your shoulders up. 9 and 10. Let your arms go long. Little shoulder roll for a minute. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn our hands so the thumbs are facing out. Take your feet back to square, which means your heels are underneath your knees. Adjust your shirt out of your armpits if that's what you need to do. Roll your belly forward so you're tucking into the front of your thighs here so that your back's in that good slope position, because we're going to be doing bicep curls and you would not want to be doing this curl with your back pushing towards the chair. So I went into a slump and I'm going to try to do biceps, and if you're not in the right place, you can actually pinch. So you want to make sure your spine is in good position by rolling those hips forward, sitting in that good position. My shoulders are up and back. I'm not forcing them back. They're just naturally there. And you're going to lift as high as you can. May not be big because the resistance is pretty strong on these guys. We'll do 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Just bicep curl position. 3, 2, and 1. How are we doing on that? Everybody doing okay? All right, so what I want you to do is we're going to do it again and pick up one foot and pull on that band and then step back down on it. Pick up the other foot, pull, and step back down on it. So you just gave yourself a little more slack. All right, lean forward into it. Now, so your belly is pushing towards the top of your thighs. Again, those shoulders need to be up. Arms are out here towards the knees. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and step off. Woo, baby. Get everything undone. Start with the shoulder roll. And as we get into the shoulder roll, start lifting the elbows up higher. And then the hands follow. Easy through there. You want to let all those tendons, everything fall back into place. Kind of give them that stretchy motion here. And then let's go back. Rolling it forward. Roll your shoulder blades away from the spine. 2, 3, and then you start bringing the elbows up. So you're into that hunch. And there we go. Go ahead and give your hands a good little break here. How's everybody doing? We doing good? All right. We're going to do a leg push now. And we're going to stand up. And if you need a chair or the wall space to hold on to, please feel free to do so. What we're going to do, and let's go ahead and do it from the seated position while we're sitting here. So go ahead and find your band. You may or may not want a washcloth. You're going to lay, if you do want a washcloth, you're going to lay it over your shoulder because we're going to put the band on our shoulder. Okay. So put your foot in and then take the band and put it on your shoulder, like so. And you can tell if it's going to be even or not. And then you want it to kind of come to your side. My knee is in the middle right now. And then go ahead and stand up. Dun, dun, dun. Like it's wanting to pull you down, yeah? All right. You need to go to some place where you can get into a good balance position because we're going to be on one leg. Got that band right there. And I'm going to take my foot into lunge position. So I've got my good foot in front of me, my steady foot's in front of me, taking this foot back, and I'm going to bring it in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll push it out and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've done that one time. Does that seem too easy to you? If it does, then you're going to need to bend down and get the band hooked on the top side of your arch, right underneath your toes, so that you can actually push a little harder. And you don't know how hard it's going to be until you get up and do it one time. So that's part and parcel of this process. So let's try that. So trial and error. Y'all get to learn just like I do, because sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So let's start from the closed position. We're going to lift your knee and push back. And if that is that tight enough for you, you guys need a little more pressure on that. So you're just pushing down and back, trying to take the toe without it flipping off the back of your foot. And you know what? We're going to do like 50 of these. So that's where you're just going to get tired because it's the pumping motion. So get the band where your knee can kind of come through there. You get set. You don't want to be bending because if you bend, you lose a lot of that resistance. Nice and tall. And 1, 2, 3. Push with the toe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take it off your shoulder and let everything come off. Now, probably the most sore thing you're doing right now is this hip right here from standing on it, because that's how we roll. All right, let's switch everything to the other side. Start from the seated position if you like. That's what I'm going to do. Get it right there to my toe box. First, I'm going to get my band on. Get my band on. Get it right here underneath my toe box. It's worth it to take the time to do it. And I'm going to walk awkwardly to my chair. All right, make sure you don't kick anything. So you might, again, keep that nice tall posture. Make sure you're good here. You've got a flat band. Your leg can accommodate through here if you need to. Nice tall position. Take this foot back here. Bend that knee. And push back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring the knee up. Take it off your shoulder and step down. And we're going back to the chair, letting our hips take a little break. We're going to be doing a chest press now. So go ahead and sit down. Get both of your, so get your washcloths on your lap. Find your little spot on your band. There's mine right there. And then what you're going to do is get the washcloth in your hand. Get that on there. Washcloth on your hand. Get that on there. And then you're going to flip it around behind your chair. And then you're going to slide your butt all the way to the back edge of your chair because the band has your track right here. We'll give everybody a hot minute to get this done. However it takes for you to get that down. Make sure you get it low. You want it to be at shoulder level. I've got a rounded back chair. Make sure it's low enough that it's not going to, when you start pulling on it, because you're not going to push till, excuse me, you're not going to be pushing up. You're pushing forward. So basically we're doing a chest press. Your back can be against the chair. I've got a straight back chair-ish, so I can have my back completely rested against there. Make sure your feet are flat. Your palms are in good position. Letting everybody get settled. Get it figured out. I had got to practice 3 or 4 times before I ever got on the video with you guys. So are we good? Okay, so basically from here, then what I want you to do is I want you to lean forward so your back is not touching, and that your feet, if you can, brace them against the foot of your chair. Okay, don't have them here. You want to brace against something so that you've got that solidness behind you, and you're going to lean into it, and you're only going to push as far as you can control this. Do not do anything that you think is going to hurt yourself. If you can only just do a bare push, if that's all I want you to do. Okay, so be mindful of what your shoulders are doing. And here we go. 1, so it's all slow. 2, 3, 4, keep it right at chest level. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Kind of go ahead and sit back for a moment. Let your arms get to the least amount of resistance. Everybody doing okay? If you're doing okay, just wave at me. Let me know. Yeah, everybody's like, okay, no, I don't know how much more I can handle this. Okay, lean forward again, and then we're gonna bring the shoulders down to shoulder level. And 1, 2, keep it low underneath the shoulders. 3, 4, so I would anything if you're going to feel in the back and be mid back. 5, 6, because you want it even with your chest. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go ahead and take it back. And I think arm wise, that's all we're going to do. I'm not going to do it any more of this. So what you're going to need to do is, I guess, just kind of bring your elbows up and let it unhook. Go ahead and stretch up for me. And we're going to, since the band is holding us, just kind of stretch out just like this. Just kind of like do a little tiny row with the band, petting the back of your hair with the band. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just go ahead and bring it forward and down and roll. Okay, the next one is going to be interesting. So you're going to take these guys off, put them on the chair. We're going to use our chair as our station, like we would use a door. We're going to use the chair the same way. So I'm going to get up and demonstrate what you're going to do. Turn my chair just like so. You're going to make your band like this. So you have 2 loops, and you're going to put these 2 loops, 1 each under the front leg of your chair. Like so. I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here. And it doesn't matter if they're even right away, because once you put your feet in there, they will even out. All right? So get your chair hooked up just like this. And you might be thinking, well, we can't do anything against that. Oh, those hip hinges we've been working on. That's what we're going to be doing now. hip hinge walk in. So go ahead and step your feet inside. Back your feet up, and then you want to lift the band so that's hooked. Not on the back of the skin part of your ankles, but on the back of the shoe part of your ankle, okay? Don't hook it on your ankle, but on your shoe ankle. So there's some tension there. But if you were to step away from the chair would come with you, right? Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hip hinge. We're gonna put our palms right here on the edge of the chair. And then you're gonna turn your heels and your toes so that your feet are parallel. And you're gonna take 4 steps back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're gonna hold that position. And then we're gonna walk it in because this is the hard part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple. Let's do that 9 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And take the biggest steps you can on this one. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stand up. And are your hamstrings talking to you? They should be. That's this part right back here. Right on up into here. Go ahead and unhook everything. Because we don't need to do that much more. We won't be able to walk. All right. We're going to do abs. And then we'll be done. You don't need your washcloths for this. Scoot back where you can see me. Okay. You're going to put the band, make sure it's flat. You're going to put that around your shoulders and then grab a hold of it. Like, you would a shawl. So it's at, see about right there. You don't want it to flip up into your neck. You don't want it down any lower. So give yourself a lot, pull on it, give yourself a lot of slack there. Bend forward and get your shoes on there. And I would say, again, right there at the bottom of the toe box, not quite in the arch bridge. Make sure your slack is even on both sides. Okay. So just kind of rest your hands right here, not high because you don't want the band rolling up. It is going to move. It's going to be flipping on your arms. That might be getting annoying. We're going to try to get these 50 knocked out. So you're going to take your feet to ab position. So lift the toes up. All right. And take your feet so you can see your toes just beyond your knees. And you're just going to lay your hands here. And we're going to go to that 80-degree position. And the band is kind of keeping you in position. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Come up. Now, take your feet out to full extension. Your toes are up. Your legs are in the natural lock position. Adjust this as you need to. You can always pull out on it so that it doesn't cut into your arms. Still going to keep your, all it does is make more resistance because you're extending it more, okay? Again, we're going to go back to that 80-degree position. And it's different because your legs are fully out there. And press your toes a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Okay, go back to ab position. And let's do another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and out. Last set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull your feet in, lean over, and then lift this guy off your shoulders. And then throw it away. You're ready to stretch. Let's do this. First things first, go ahead and rock on your hip bones, on your seat bones. We just did that back work. We're going to take a nice deep breath, and we're going to roll over. We're going to keep our legs at hip width because we're going to exhale forward into almost that flat table position. So take a nice deep breath. Roll your hips forward and exhale. All right, your belly button should be between your thighs, and you're going to stretch that lower lumbar right there. And then once you get in this position, make sure your toes are wriggling. Wiggle your toes, and we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then go ahead and using the head and neck first, just kind of come back up into that good back position. Feel everything stacked correctly. And then we're going to roll the hips back and just kind of slouch into your chair. Okay? Let your arms go long. Let's go ahead and cross one leg. Go ahead and grab right here. And just bring, you're still touching the back of your chair. Just bring your leg in as close as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just let that go down nice and easy. Bring this other one up, get it in tight. And then pick it up and give it a hug. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it down nice and easy. Go ahead and sit forward for me. So what I want you to do is I want you to turn to the left. Take your left leg so that it's across the front of the chair. And we're going to let this right leg go here. So we're going to stretch through here. I want you to take that leg long back there. Can you straighten it out? And then sit up straight-ish. So you're stretching this long muscle right through here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee, and then we're going to swivel around. Swivel, swivel, swivel. All right. Bring this guy first. You get the knee underneath you, and then you start lengthening that leg, and then you sit up as much as you can to get this stretch through here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that knee bend and swivel back into position. All right, let's stretch our arms. We're going to go onto our chair. Grab your chair. Scoot forward on your chair. Grab your chair. And then just let your arms, let your shoulders relax, okay? Chin is up. And you're just going to hold on with your fingers. Of course you're holding on with your fingers. What else would you be holding on with? But I don't mean the whole meat of your hand. So you're not using your palm. You're using your fingers and letting your palm kind of stretch out here. Okay? That's what I mean by holding on with your fingers. Just get the finger grip through here, and then just kind of stretch as long as you can from your spine, through your shoulders, by your ears, through the top of your head. So you're going to make your neck long as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you want to gently bend your arms, right? So that you can squeeze your shoulder blades into your spine and hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the squeeze. Bend your arms a little more. Bring the elbows out. and kind of sit into that slouch so that now you're playing your shoulder blades away from your spine, and let your chin drop just a little. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let your hands slide down and go long. Breathe yourself up into the upright position. Hold and exhale. All right, you guys. Good freaking job. Oh my gosh. All right, thanks for joining me. We'll see you next Monday.